I just put together this flush compensator Sig P320 using the Sig Custom Works fire control unit. This is a new gun to me, but it's also not really new to me. I'll explain that in a second. After that, I will go over the parts I used to assemble this pistol. Then there will be some range footage and a brief discussion of performance. I have put out a couple videos on the past configuration of this M18. I have also put out a quick review of this RomeoZero Pro optic. Link to those videos will be in the description if you're interested. The first Sig pistol I bought was this M18. This is not a P320 M18 or a commemorative model. This is a military contract overrun M18, and I used to have it set up like this, which is just like how I have this new gun set up. That's why I say this new gun is not really new to me. It's the same as how I had my M18 set up, but with a different slide and FCU. I saw that these contract overrun Sig M18s were going up in value. So I put this M18 back to its factory configuration, and I'm going to sit on it, see what happens with the price, because I only paid $750 for it. There's part of me that wants that ridiculously overpriced M17 optic, which only mounts to this type of slide too. So after I put my M18 back to its factory configuration, I had the classic problem of having parts for a gun I couldn't use. It's like when you have an extra AR-15 charging handle laying around, so you just have to build a whole new rifle. I like shooting the M18 with the compensator set up enough that I wanted to complete another build with all the parts from that old configuration. All I needed was a slide and a fire control unit. But let's start with this grip module. This is the full-size X5 grip module. It has a factory steel mag well, and there's also a tungsten weight down in the back strap area. You can see that I stippled the grip for a little extra traction. I also added a Wilson Combat extended magazine release button. I can run the factory 21 round mags with this mag well, but the factory 17 rounders need the X5 base plates to lock in properly. This gas pedal takedown lever is in the perfect place for my support hand thumb, and I can really wrench down on it to mitigate muzzle flip while I'm shooting. I got the Sig Custom Works P320 fire control unit, paid $349 for it, found it on Bud's Gun Shop. I have installed the Apex Tactical trigger bar, and it comes with this little cylindrical spacer back here that limits over travel and shortens up the reset of the trigger. On my M18, I polished these internals right here, but found the juice wasn't worth the squeeze. The time I put in didn't result in enough of a difference in trigger performance to justify it, so I didn't do any polishing on this new FCU. I have also installed the Wilson Combat extended slide release. All right, let's take a look at this trigger pull and weight. So there's the take up, nice firm wall. Mush, 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 puh. Let's check the reset. The reset is pretty positive. Pushes your finger out. Audible, tactile. It's short, I suppose. For a striker fired pistol, the reset is not bad. But what is bad is this. Mush, 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 bleh. Right? So that's one of my major gripes with the P320. I did a lot of trigger work on my M18. I've fired other P320s, and I've never fired one that I would consider to have a good trigger, which is weird to me because it's a fully pre-cocked striker, similar to like an M&P or a Walther or something like that, which generally will produce a better striker fired trigger action than a partially pre-cocked striker like a Glock, the CZP-10, etc. Right? So I don't really know what the deal is with the trigger mechanism inside here, but it always is just, it doesn't feel that great. It's mushy. It's vague. You know, the feel when it's going to break is vague. You don't really know when it's going to let go. It kind of just mushes, 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 and then bleh. So that's one of my gripes with this platform. Now, Is this trigger okay? Yeah, it's fine. Can you shoot accurately and quickly with it? Yeah, absolutely. But my P10F is better. My M&P with the Apex trigger blows this out of the water. I have 2 Glocks, one with a Overwatch trigger, one with a Timney trigger. Both those are way better than this. I mean, this is the worst trigger out of any of the striker-fired pistols that I have. You know, I'm kind of being nitpicky. I'm kind of being a trigger snob, but that's just how I feel about it. So let's see what the weight came out to be. Flat trigger, pull down here at the bottom. Four and 3/4. Just under 4.5. 4 1/4. So we're somewhere between 4 1/4 and 4 3/4 on this trigger weight. This trigger feels exactly like I had my M18 set up. While we're talking about things I don't like about the P320, really, like I said, I like this gun enough to have 2 of them and to, you know, build up a second one. So keep that in mind. But these are a great $500 gun for about $750. That's a pretty common thing that I hear people say about this platform, and I totally agree with them. And the other thing is the high bore axis, which really, once you get the correct grip module that you can get your hand high up on and get a nice high grip on the undercut and the beaver tail, the high bore axis doesn't make such a difference. On the M18 grip module, it's freaking way up there. But on this X5 grip module, the bore axis is definitely more nestled down in your hand and not such a concern. Also, I'm on the fence about this gold trigger. I have a black one that I could install. Let me know what you think. Is the gold cool or is it tacky? The new slide I got is pretty basic. It's a standard compact P320 slide. I paid $319 for it on sale at Optics Planet. I think they're generally $350 or something like that. I like the tall night sights that it comes with. That's pretty cool. It is cut for the Sig Romeo optics and the loophole Delta Point Pro, but it also has threaded holes for the RMR footprint. This optic, the RomeoZero Pro, is fine for what I paid for it. You can see my review on it for more info if you're interested, but I would never have got it if my M18 slide had the alternate RMR mounting holes like this slide does. I replaced the extractor with an Apex tactical unit I had laying around. This slide came assembled except for the barrel and recoil assembly. The barrel is a Zafiri Precision threaded barrel. It is 4.6 inches long, which is the correct extended length for the compact 3.9 inch slide. I put the Harrington Arms compensator on the end of it. As you saw, this setup is the correct length to give me that cool flush look and a full-size frame. I tuned the recoil spring on the last configuration of this gun and carried those same parts forward to this one. The setup I went with is a Armory Craft non-captured guide rod and a 13-pound spring. So I think that about covers all the parts that I have installed. Let me know if I missed something or you have any questions. Now let's get to some shooting footage. So I know I poo-pooed the trigger on this a little, but this thing fucks. I think it's pretty cool looking and it shoots damn good. I do like the P320 platform. It's probably my like 4th or 5th favorite striker fired pistol I own. I personally think it takes the cake as the most modular platform out there and dethrones the Gen 3 Glock as the best Lego pistol. You know, there's other modular pistols out there like the Springfield Echelon and the Beretta APX, but both of those have a ways to go in terms of the aftermarket and factory support options for customization like this thing has. So let me know your thoughts on the P320 platform in the comments down below. How do you have your P320 set up? And as always, thanks so much for watching.